Everton Brown, otherwise known to us as reggae dancehall artist MAD CABRA, was born the 31st of March 1968. He was born in Kingston, Jamaica. His hometown is St. Mary, Islington. He got involved with music in his teen years and performed on many sound systems before his first single in 1989, Respect Woman, which was produced by his uncle, a tough gun engineer, Delroy Spiderman Thompson. Naga Walk, featured Trisha McKay, brought him to notoriety. This was his first hit. He then did a string of hit songs under the producers Captain Sinbad and Carl Nelson. He then went on to Penthouse recording label with producer Donovan Germain and songwriter Dave Kelly, and has spawned some major hits. He released his first full-length album in 1991. He then broke onto the UK chart with 5 #1 hit songs. He then signed a deal with Columbia Records in America and continued to have a successful music career. However, on the night of May 11, 2010, CABRA was shot 3 times in the upper body near his home in Brayton, Jamaica. And a day later, another dancehall artist, O'Neil Edwards, of the camp Voicemail, was also shot in Duane Park. MAD CABRA was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital. It was later learned that the vehicle MAD CABRA was traveling in had shined its light too bright on a group of men, and this had angered them. MAD CABRA then alighted from his vehicle to appease the men and was shot. He was released from the hospital later that week. On the following week, however, his house was shut up by unknown assailants, but no one was injured. He later lay low under the limelight as he said he was spending time raising some pigs, promoting his race horse King Ferdinand, but it later died at the Caymanas Park among other horses from contaminated food. He also said he invested in the transport sector, owning some buses, so he was focusing on these things for a while. He, however, declared his love for music and continued to do his dub plate and write music. MAD CABRA has made an integral contribution to Jamaica dancehall space and has made many memorable and still outstanding songs that can still be played on rotation in the dancehall space today. So it is with great sadness, not shock, but disappointment when we learn that dancehall veteran Everton Brown, aka MAD CABRA, has run foul of the law in the United States of America. Reports are that on Tuesday, the 25th of July 2023, the 55-year-old dancehall artist was stopped by police for speeding along I-95 in Florence County. He was driving a black BMW SUV. After being stopped by the police, they searched his vehicle and the lawmen found 2 kilos of cocaine and a 9mm Beretta pistol. As a result, MAD CABRA was arrested and taken into custody. He is currently at the Florence County Detention Center awaiting a bond hearing. MAD CABRA will be facing charges of trafficking cocaine and possession of weapon during a violent crime. This kind of entanglement seems to affect many of our artists. Some caught, some not yet. As they drive to live up to the expectation of being an artist, they end up finding themselves dibbling and dabbling in unfortunate situations. Some smarter artists knows if you don't have a side job or invest appropriately, they can't keep up with the lifestyle because the drive to impress people, look at me, a big artist, is what's put many in predicaments. advise most artists the first onset of money get a home before the elaborate vehicles, because no matter what happen, and if the music, your music career take a dive, you live somewhere. You only have to worry about what? Get a job or go hustle legally, and you can maintain yourself. Or if you can invest in tangible business run by people with the appropriate skills, not your dog or your friend or your linky. You understand? If you love them that much, you can let them go work there, but you have to have a management team doing your business appropriately. It's called setting your future right. Because truth be told, a lot of artists is just hype and name. Them broke, but you will always only see the hype and think everything is great. I know of big artists where landlord that throw them out of the house, but yet still them a drive the most expensive vehicle. Them priorities set wrong, because guess what happen? As soon as they make a money, they want the big car first, so they can prove to them friend. And you know, sometimes I wonder if they realize that the first day you drive that vehicle off the lot, the price drop. You understand? And real estate, getting a home first, real estate price only go up, you know. Real estate price not come down. So you can't be wrong. Not proving to people, prove to your own self. Because when you're in a problem, are your own self in it. Get real estate, because the price never goes down. Check it. Because more times you're trying to prove to people who don't really care about you, but them along with you for the ride and the hype. And when you go down, they'll be nowhere to be seen. Them same one when you sit down and talk, say, you know, so the boy that did idiot, you know how much money he did all. I know that girl that did idiot, you know how much money she did all. I'm just urging these so-called modern day artists, especially the one that make just a bus, do the right thing. Do what makes sense. Plan nothing next week and next month where your friend them a look at. Plan for down the line future. Don't be broke down the line. You understand? Anybody can have a broke day still, you know, but what I mean is that you have your home first, where you know you have a place to rest your head. And then the vehicle is secondary. You understand? Because you must get around. You understand? And then everything else come into play. Of course, you want to look nice and so. I just implore you guys, just do the right thing. Because all this happenings right now with MAD CABRA is very sad. Because I kind of grew up, and he's my era of music. I grew up on his songs. You understand? He's a phenomenal artist. You understand? So this is very sad, because if I'm not mistaken, I remember a few years ago, he was one of the main artists that came out and said he even went back to school and go get his subjects, if I'm not mistaken. He was an artist that came out some time ago, said while he was cooling off the music, he went to school and get 3 or 4 subjects and did great. So the expectation of him was more than what is happening now. And look where he is right now. Florence County have some very rigid laws, you know. Only God can help him in the end.